But yeah, Jeff, the best thing you're known for on this YouTube channel, I really hope that sounds like a jump cut,
Okay.
is your proficiency at the bass.
Yes.
How is your musical skill going while you're away from your lifeblood, the Brad Sanders approach?
So I took my bass with me to Utah. And this last semester, this spring semester, I took credited bass lessons through my college.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you already knew how to play the bass.
Yeah.
And then you took a class on how to play the bass.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming you got an A.
Yeah. Yeah. But like it wasn't like it was a one-on-one kind of thing. So I'm like worked with my instructor to like set goals, make my lessons from scratch as needed.
He basically just looked at you and said, "Show me your moves."
Basically, that's...
And then you showed him your moves.
And he's like, "Oh, we have a lot of work to do." And because he the guy who taught me was... Let me see if I can remember what he does. He was the...
bassist in the band Fish.
God, I wish. No, he was the jazz bassist for the Salt Lake City's Symphonic Orchestra, I think? Something along those lines. It's very, very, very long, impressive title to what he did.
Now, it would have been more impressive if he was the second bassist of Metallica and still teaching you.
Mm-hmm. Would have been pretty cool.
I mean, Louis, you may not know, but if anyone knows what happened to the second bassist of Metallica, leave it in the comments.
Okay.
Louis will see it.
Yeah. So yeah, just very personalized, hour-long lessons once a week.
Only once a week?
Yeah, but like...
How many credits did you get for this?
It was just one credit.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we did a lot in that 1 hour. Picked up some new playing styles, just polished up my technique. Learned how to deconstruct a song by ear, which is a skill that I've been trying to acquire basically ever since I started. So I'm glad I've got that now. Yeah. I can rock even harder now. It's pretty great.
Nice.
That sounds amazing. Would you like me to tell you what I've been doing for my 1 credit hour class for the past 2 semesters?
Sure.
I've been doing hardcore organic chemistry research that's taken approximately 14 hours a week.
For 1 credit.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Jesus.
I am a published scientist for it, though.
Oh. That is good.
I also know how to clean the shit out of anything. That's all I really got out of organic chemistry, because I specialized in soaps and metallic organic chemistry at the same time in our research. So there's that. It's a lot less interesting than what you did. But practically, I learned how to clean everything.
Nice.
Everything. I started doing it at work, because, at Dairy Queen we have a fume hood. And it gets coated in grease a lot, because its whole job is to suck the grease out of the building and inject it into the atmosphere. And so I mixed up this nice cocktail of chemicals that we had laying around at Dairy Queen. And I just...
You MacGyvered the shit out of it.
Not really, no. I did what I did in class. And I just put my rag in it. And so the stuff that takes everyone else like half an hour to scrub away... before I started doing this, cleaning the hood was like a 1-shift job. It took you like 5 hours to do. I'm over here just doing it in like 15 minutes now. I just dip the rag in. It's nice and built up here. Whoosh. This spot. Whoosh. And there you go. It's all clean.
Wow.
I'm already benefiting from my college education.
That's amazing.
It is. On that same vein, I have been telling people the entire time I've been working there, do not mix the nitrogen base degreaser, it's just an industrial strength grease remover, it's nitrogen based, with chlorine bleach. Don't do this, guys. you will die. And so what's everybody been doing? They've been doing it anyway. But they've only been doing just a little bit. And then one day, sweet little Macy got like half a jug of bleach and poured it in the fucking mop bucket and then got a whole bottle of degreaser and just went shh.
Oh my god.
And the whole time I'm standing there, Macy, why the fuck are you doing this? Do you want us all to die? He's like, it'll be fine. And Philip's standing there doing the dishes. And then all of a sudden, here comes this great big cloud of green gas coming out of the mop bucket. And I'm just standing here. I don't even care that I'm breathing in the chlorine at this point. My mouth and my nose are bleeding. My eyes are burning. And I'm like, what did I fucking tell you? I'm standing there with my hands on the hips, blood coming out of orifices in my face.
Oh my.
What did I tell you?
Fucking hell, man. That's some shit.
Later, Macy passed out on the floor and went to the hospital.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. As one should after an ordeal like that.
Yeah. Chlorine tastes like a mix of the beach at low tide and blood.
Is that blood because it smells like blood, or is that blood because there's blood in your nose?
Oh, that was me. I was talking about what it tastes like.
Oh, okay.
It smells like the beach at low tide as well. If I really wanted to, I could have pissed on a rag and held that over my face. That neutralizes chlorine. Just so you know, guys.
That's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, at the same time, I could have just walked away.
Yeah.
Either or. Whichever works for... Or as they say, sometimes different strokes for different folks.
So, what's her excuse for this?
She didn't have one.
Because obviously, well, I was going to say, obviously she can't say, I was mixing chemicals in the kitchen and created a poisonous gas cloud.
No, she's like, I should have just listened to Tyler this whole time.
Alright.
I'm like, well, nah, shit. Who's the person with a chemistry degree? But yeah, Jeff. So, have you found a group up there to party hard with? With your bass?
No, I haven't. I have not entered the music scene in Salt Lake yet.
Okay, so you're telling me you're in Salt Lake City, capital of Mormonism, at a liberal arts college, swarming with artists and musicians, and you haven't just whipped out your fat bass and just rubbed it all over people's faces?
No, not yet.
Sure.
I mean, I've done some jam sessions with some people, but like nothing, regular and scheduled, like we had going here.
So just like the dude down the hall every now and then is sober and he wants to rock out.
Exactly, yeah.
Is that really what happens?
No, it was my RA who happens to play guitar. So
Alright. That's cool.
yeah,
Cool.
he's a good guy. He does a lot of D&D stuff.
How do you play with him?
Oh yeah.
Nice, Sue.
How do you DM for him?
Yep.
In your beautiful Pathfinder game?
Yep. Pathfinder, which is superior to D&D.
It is D&D. It's D&D 3.75.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
Alright, but Jeff also has a distinction of making his own homebrew RPG system.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, working on it.
Yeah, as people may have realized by now, Jeff is a very accomplished individual. He's accomplished many things.
Oh, thank you, Louie. I needed that today.
I mean, as I was telling my coworker Rashawn earlier, when Jeff rode with me to pick him up from Hawkinsville, Jeff is about 4 times more interesting than I am.
Yeah.
Jeff is that one creative friend that everyone wishes they had, and we do. Suck it, Keith.
Okay.
I mean,
we've been hating on Keith hard today.
this is
It's
not
been
for
great.
everyone named Keith. But if you're listening, Keith, you know who you are.
Wow. I'm surprised he
Wow.
even still comes up.
Wow.
Well, Jeff throws hardcore shade at him all the time.
I do sometimes,
God.
just because I can.
I mean, we all know he annoyed you.
Yep. But as we were saying, Jeff has his own homebrew RPG that is, I assume you're still in the process of perfecting.
I
Yeah.
mean, It works pretty well when you don't fucking find an exploit and then run that the entire session we're playing.
Louis.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, to be fair, that playtest was to find the exploits, so
Yeah.
that one was
Yeah,
found.
it was the Explorer class.
The Explorer
Right.
class combined with the Harpoon.
Oh, yeah,
starting
that was...
weapon.
It was just like a very odd, specific thing.
Yeah,
It was the only thing that it worked with, as well, to which
true.
I posed the question earlier, why didn't you just remove the Harpoon or the Explorer class?
Or just nerf the Harpoon or something.
And what did you do instead, Jeff?
What did I...
Because what was it?
reconstructed the whole system, I think, after that.
Because, like, what was it? It was like the Explorer class regenerated a lot of energy.
A lot of action points.
A lot of action points per turn, because that was their thing.
Yeah, it was sort of
And
like
then-
Destiny. Not
Yeah.
not Destiny. It was sort of like Divinity.
Yeah. And then the Harpoon didn't use many AP, and I could throw it.
It's like you had something like 14 AP a turn.
Yeah.
And you could throw the Harpoon for 3 AP and pull it back for 1, and you just
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it did like 1d6
I think
damage.
I think the Poon was at 1d8.
Oh.
Yeah, the legendary... The legendary...
Oh,
Poon.
yeah. Yeah, it was. Which was... It was ridiculous, because I was just able to attack too many times. I was dishing out too much damage.
And then my race, which we called Ubuntu, plus my racial sort of...
Perks. We call them perks.
Yeah, those perks. My racial perk was tribal warfare, and then my class was gunslinger. And so I was walking around killing everything that Louis didn't. And then Luke and his girlfriend at the time were just kind of... They really had picked those slow build characters, like a druid is in Dungeons and Dragons. And they were just... Well, especially Crystal. Crystal was sitting around bitching about how she couldn't do anything. You shouldn't have chose Medicine Man, should you? And then Luke was Beastmaster, and all he was doing was fucking looking at furry porn the whole time. I swear.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
Because
now.
he wasn't doing much
Fucking
of
hell.
anything. He wasn't doing much of anything.
Yeah. So
He had the opportunity, but his initiative rolls were always so bad he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So what is the current state of the game?
The current state... So you guys played version 1, which had...
That makes us Gen 1ers.
Yep. Congrats on you guys. Where
Gen 1 best Gen.
there was the
Everything else has no imagination.
So, and it was you 4. It was Crystal, Luke, Louis, Tyler, and you guys exploited the hell out of that system.
Correction. Louis exploited the hell out of it. I exploited it
Yeah,
moderately.
it was more like just stuff that just happened to work too well.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I mean, you really
Yeah.
could have just put the Harpoon down like 1d4 damage and everything would have been fine. I mean, because your system worked fine. As soon as you got rid of that whole ranging thing and moved it into a grid base, well, then everything would have just clicked perfectly, honestly. Instead, when we did version 2, and you had put back in place the grid thing, but then changed a few other things...
Wait.
Like, you added energy and stamina, and that was...
I don't remember that.
I do,
Okay.
because it irked the hell out of me, because I don't know why it takes as much stamina to pull the trigger of a gun.
I mean, I don't think I was there for that one. I think
you were. You were.
You were part of that system in some playtest. I'm pretty sure.
You were. Because
I remember...
you have never not been there for a Sudari playtest.
Didn't all of you play with, not Cody, the one that plays Hearts of Iron with us, but the other Cody? Didn't you play a session with him where I wasn't there?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
No, that wasn't that system yet.
Oh, it wasn't?
It was the
That was
system
us
after
dicking around, waiting for Louis to come.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so we just had some fun there, and that was fun, because he was a giant collection of AI shoved into one huge mechanical body, and I was a midget that rode around on his shoulder.
Yeah. It was pretty great.
That was great. I was Big Bob, he was Little Bob.
No, I thought it was John. Big John, Little John.
Yeah, I was Big John, he was Little John.
Yeah.
And he did make the obligatory Little John joke.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think he just went, yeah! So I think that's all I've ever heard Little John do.
No, because he used an MLG soundboard.
He did.
For all of his speech.
He did. That was
That
probably
was a great
the greatest
character.
thing I've ever
I like
seen.
that character a lot.
You should bring him up next time you do
yeah.
something.
Yeah. But yeah.
Bring up Big John, too, who translates the MLG soundboard.
So yeah, the energy system didn't work either. So.
No, that was horrific,
Yeah,
because you started dying after 2 turns of combat.
Yeah, that was not the best system in place.
What was the deal with that? How did that work?
It was supposed to nerf you, specifically.
Yes.
Hmm.
So basically, instead of action points, you had a pool of energy that, you could expend any amount of at a time. But
You could do it all in one turn, and you could basically do teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
actually.
but like
I do remember
after that, you're spent for the rest of the battle, and anything else you do would drain your health.
I think for that, yeah, I think in that system I tried out Bounty Hunter, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you did. And then somebody played in that same setting. I was again an Ubuntu Gunslinger.
Because why not?
As it's the best combo I've ever come up with. It's fun. It's good RP, especially since I fleshed out the Ubuntu. Until you added on the crazy space stuff.
Which part of the crazy space stuff?
All of it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that's kind of the game, crazy space stuff.
I did the entire Ubuntu culture on the planet, and then you did all the crazy space stuff.
Yeah.
Louis, did you ever hear the crazy space stuff?
They worship. Actually, no, I can't remember.
No.
I cannot recall it.
I guess you didn't do the crazy space stuff.
No.
Well, something we can do, Jeff, is you could actually record your stuff about Sudari and upload it to the channel here.
Oh yeah, cool.
And you could probably set up a Patreon as well. Sudari Patreon. So you could sort of just get that around like that, so you could probably upload some videos about Sudari on this channel.
Cool.
It would help add to our content, make sure we have a good pool of followers with regular content, because we don't have regular content. Basically what I've found out with our channel is, at this point we're just rambling about anything. Which is fine.
Yeah.
It's a good podcast.
Well, we never let Jeff get into the current state of the game.
That is very true, Louis. Thank you.
That is true.
You. Okay. So the current state of the game is we've gone to. It's very much like D&D and Pathfinder now, in that you have your main action, you've got your move action, different types of actions you can do.
See, I really did dig the action point system.
Well, damn, I don't want to say this now. To fuck.
No, I mean it's not criticism. I was just digging it. I didn't know that you had gone full D20.
If I ever do another system, I might try that again. But for this one, there are different types of actions, and your turn can consist of a combination of any 2 of those.
Now, do you have free actions?
Yes, there are plenty of free actions that are also can be done that don't go towards that count. But the biggest change so far is, you had every class, and every class, as you leveled up, every 3 levels, you'd get an ability.
Like a class ability.
Yeah, you'd get the class ability for that level.
And you get some perks
throughout. Yeah. So the big thing that I'm having to, sit down and flesh out is now, instead of you level up and get a class ability, instead you level up to that level you would get one. And every class is going to have a pool of 21 class abilities to choose from. And essentially,
I'm assuming some are level locked.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Some do
I
have
was about to ask that.
prerequisites. Some do have
'Cause
prerequisites.
some definitely need to be level locked.
Yeah.
You know, is it just it's like level restricted, or is it just this giant pool of abilities?
Because like
yeah.
you do the same thing with D&D. Monk's coming to mind first because I helped Wee make his character. He's playing a monk, by the way. I was telling you about that earlier.
Yeah.
Is like perfect body. Like, you don't want to be level 3 getting perfect body. That kind of throws out the entire game because now you cannot get diseased or poisoned. You don't age. All this bullshit. So like you negate like 2 different saves there, and you also get like damage resistance to except for magic. And like, or the part where your hands become magic weapons. I think you get that at like level 10 as a monk. Like you don't need those things at like level 2.
Yeah, nah.
So some things definitely need to be level locked.
Yeah, and you know, the higher level stuff that you build to, if you choose to go those routes, you're well into that archetype by that point.
Oh, well, you could definitely do like sort of a, sort of D&D 5th edition with this kind of system since you're having a pool instead of things just given to you. This is the only time I'll ever say that you should do something like D&D 5th edition. D&D 5th edition is garbage.
Agreed.
But, you know, you pick one thing and then you follow a path to the end of an archetype. But with this, you can still pick kind of whatever you want.
Yeah.
But there's some big ones that you know people would want to get, and they follow an archetype of prerequisites.
Well, the thing is, if
you
map out for like of 5 of the 7 classes, if you map out their ability trees, you can start one and go to the end, but you're only like a third of the way to max level.
What's max level now? It used to be 21. Which made me think that since it was every 3rd level, you only get 7 of them.
So, it's level 21. And at level 21, your class evolves into...
So you basically just go epic level.
Sort of. So it evolves into one of 2 other classes based on the previous class. And each of those adds 9 new abilities to the pool to choose from.
I guess you just pick which one you want to evolve into, or is it somewhat predetermined?
Because
more playtesting is going to decide that.
Because what it seems like right off is definitely if you're just having a large pool of things you can take, then the player should be able to choose which one it's going to be based off of what they want to advance their character into. Since you're already getting the full range of choice.
We'll see. Like I said, more playtesting is needed. I need to finish fleshing out all of these abilities before we begin another round, so...
Yeah, see, my very first thought was, one thing that I really enjoyed was dual-wielding sniper rifles and firing them full auto.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, what were those perks? It
was a class ability.
It was like
called...
greater dual wield.
No. It was a class ability called storm drumming.
I think storm drumming was being
perk called point blank shot.
No, snapshot.
Snapshot. That was the one.
See, I think originally Storm Drummer allowed you. So we went through several iterations of these perks. They changed around. I think originally Storm Drummer was allowed you to fire any weapon on full auto that was capable of semi-auto.
Storm Drumming allowed you to dual wield any 2 weapons, regardless of previous dual wield restrictions.
Alright, so yeah, the chain you had to take was dual wield Storm Drummer, and then you could take Snapshot.
Yeah.
And then which one made all weapons automatic if they were able?
I don't think there was one for that.
I think there was, because I remember vividly firing sniper rifles on full auto.
I feel like under the current system you could have just done that.
I think that might have been one of those perks you just didn't have a name for yet.
Maybe.
And then you've since scrapped it, and it's like, well, that's too overpowered.
Yeah, probably.
That seems like the most likely cause.
Maybe.
Because we used several perks that had no name.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Huh.
Louis, did you ever take a no-name perk?
I don't think so.
I did. Because they would have the flavor text, what they did, and then a blank name slot on the sheet of paper.
I don't remember a perk ever doing that though.
Dude, this was way back in the beginning.
I know, and I still look through that notebook every now and then looking for like.
I'm
new
sure
ideas.
you've since filled in names.
No, that notebook is. I'll go back through and look and try and find that because I'm really interested in.
It might have just been one you came up with, because the whole time we were still spitballing ideas.
No, I do remember a perk doing that, but I can't remember the name of it. Oh my god, it was. Oh my god. Rapid Fire? Was it a class ability called Rapid Fire?
Might have been.
I think it was.
Because I was a gunslinger, all about firing guns.
Rapid Fire or Spray and Pray, something along.
Probably that one.
Yeah, that might be the one.
That's why you don't remember it as a perk.
Yeah. And it does something totally different now. So.
Damn. That was fun. Just full autoing sniper rifles. 2 of them at close range. With no penalty for anything. No range penalty, no full auto penalty, no weight penalty. It's just great.
What the hell?
Oh, man. It was basically like...
Sounds ridiculous.
It was like playing Borderlands 2 and gun-zerking at a higher level where it wasn't so garbage. Because gun-zerking in Borderlands 2, before you hit like level 15, was pure garbage. And then you had to go down the tree all about gun-zerking.
Yeah.